Shalom, everyone. I hope that you are doing absolutely fantastic. Listen, I just wanted to get on here and give a little bit of an announcement. So, first of all, I'm not a beggar, and I've always paid my bills and things like that. And I got on here and exposed last night or yesterday on the 5th some things that have been happening on my YouTube channels and stuff like that. And let me just reiterate what I've already stated. If you come across any of my channels that are listed as Apex Tarot, A Pure Spirit, or Apex Tarot, or Apex Tarot _ A Pure Spirit, or Shaw Gates Pure Spirit Tarot, and you come across any thing in the description box that states that you can give to a P.O. Box number 25172, I think is what it was. I do not have a P.O. Box number anymore. I do not, I probably have only received a couple of things in that P.O. Box. So if you ever sent, if there's been a number of you who have sent checks and things like that to that P.O. Box, I've only probably received just 2 things when I first opened that. And people do know that. They've blocked my my channels and stuff for the last 3 years. This has been an ongoing war for me. Second of all, again, let me reiterate, do not give to any PayPal account attached to any of my videos. All right, do not. It is a hoax. Somebody last night on a premiere stated that they had found my PayPal or something and gave, and I said I don't have PayPal anymore, and I actually had went on there and tried to delete that whole account. There was no option for me to even delete it. Do not give to that account. I have a Cash App, and I will personally, with my face, get on here and thank you for, you know, if you've given for that day. I won't give your personal name or anything, but if you know that you gave, I will acknowledge you. I'm trying to figure out how to do. Maybe I will say first names if that helps, so that I know who gave. But I wanted to get on here and talk about the Cash App. If you look down in my description box, there, if you're a first-time user, there's a $5 reward that you will give back when you do give. Okay. Now, those of you who don't know my story, just going back on what I've just talked about, you can imagine I have been just at a war trying to just be myself and to read and be a blessing. And when I first started, I really wanted to do this for a job and things like that. And then the Spirit began to speak to me, and I just began to just be a person that just wanted to just be giving of myself, and to allow the gift to just be used. And if my channel just blesses you, you want to be a blessing back, then you can just give energetically. For a time, I did do readings for people, for just if it blessed you, then I told the audience to just sit with the divine, and whatever he told you to give, then you just give that. So I never have ever had a specific amount for anything like that. So if you ever look, people, if you run across anything like that, it needs to be reported. Okay, been taken advantage of in a really bad way, I've literally have had to scrape by to try to figure out how to get my bills paid and everything else, because somebody come in my house and got keys to my house a few years back and stole some things from me. They stole my music. They got, I know that I'm rich, but because I know what somebody else has done, they've suppressed me to the point of throwing me out of society itself, people. I've shared that I tried to go look for a job and put in my Social Security number, and it just stated that I was just ejected. Because we got people at the top that's done some stuff to me, and it's not fair. It's not fair at all. And So anyway, and being somebody who's always paid my bills, and when I did have a job, I was a team player, and when I was in a relationship, I was a good a person to be in a relationship with. I did keep my house clean. I'd cook for you. I love my children. I love my grandchildren, and yet I got taken advantage of in a really hardcore way because of stupid jealousy and because of somebody else's nasty that they had to try to cover and all that crap. And so anyway, it just sucks that I have to get on here the last couple of months and just, be stressed out to the limit as far as, okay, Jehovah, you've never forsaken me, but it's just like we're in the time of tribulation, and it just is what it is. People just like left the building, the things that they do, and to put good people like you and I, if you've been found in a place that where you've just been stretched to the max, and what am I going to do? And you've always been somebody who's upright and want to do good business and stuff like that, and you're going through it and you're being tested. By God, stand firm. We can help one another. And Jehovah shared with me about the Cash App. First of all, I do have a few bills that I really need to get paid. Okay, I really do. And if you will give $5, you actually are not giving anything at all. You are giving, but you're keeping. Because that app will allow you to, if you're first time giver, if you give $5, you get rewarded $5. And so you help me, and you still, and then just not putting you out either. Because I'm not anybody who would ever put my hand out and say, well, you give to me. At the same time, I've always been somebody who would be giving. Okay, and you reap what you sow in how you and I are. And Jehovah states to us that if we give to the poor, then we would never go without, and I never have gone without because I've always been somebody who would just give, and I'm just giving energetically or whatever. So I do have that app down below, and I do need. I have a couple of bills that I really need. They're major for me right now. Okay, and so whatever you energetically want to give, thank you. But again, if you're first time on the Cash App and want to use that little number down below in the description box, it'll give you $5 back. So if you want to give $5, then beautiful. Then I'm not putting anybody out at all, but you've been a blessing to me, and thank you. So as many that would do that for me, thank you. And those of you who have already given a little something, I thank you so much. It just really makes me want to just sit down and cry, and I gave thanks to the Great One for your hands in giving to me. It blesses me to know and to hear people say thank you, that they have been blessed by this channel, because I know that Jehovah has called me to do this work, and it's not been easy. But yet it is fulfilling on the inside of me. And when you and I walk in a place that we know that we've heard the Great One, regardless if anybody else can understand it or not, and yet you are touching others that do understand it, then you rest in that place. Okay, but when you're plowing the ground and getting all the clods out to be able to put the seeds in so that they finally can sprout, it takes work to do that. And I've been working for the last 3 years, and people have come along and tried to take advantage of that work, and they're going to pay for it back. There's some people that really need to go to prison, because along my path and on my way of doing this, people have gotten murdered. It's really gotten that bad. And a lot of people know my story, and I'm not going to get into it. But anyway, I just want to get on here and reiterate a couple of things, and to let you know about the Cash App, and don't give to PayPal. And if you could be a blessing, and even just give $5, it'll be given right back to you. And thank you for that. If you want to give a little bit more, that's between you and the Great Divine, and I appreciate it very much, people. I really do. I'll be working on the Cardinal Fixed-Mutable sign readings later, so if you would like the notification, please hit the bell on the side. Until next time, shalom.